Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will you join me with prayer, please? Supreme Architect of the universe, we invoke thy blessing at this time. May this meeting thus begun in order, be conducted in peace, and closed in harmony. Amen.
Amen.
Commissioners, the inside joke is, I got it. All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to Allegany County Commissioners Public Business Meeting, Thursday, March 7th, 2013, 5 o'clock p.m. Commissioners, are there any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No, sir.
Okay.
None. I just had to fix the writing on my papers. I'm good. No.
Linda, they're crossing my name off of the paper now.
It's sad.
Jason said to.
Poor Jason. Poor Jason. Commissioners, can we get I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of our February 28th, 2013 public business meeting.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Valentine, seconded by Commissioner Brody. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Except you reversed that.
Did I?
Creed made the motion.
No.
Cross his name off.
Geez, now I have to really just kind of wait out.
All righty then. I think I'm going to need a mulligan. Under the report of the President, I'd like to read this news release that is hot off the presses. This is a S&P upgrades Allegany County government bond rating. Within days of being notified that Moody's Investor Services had upgraded the county's bond rating, the Board of County Commissioners of Allegany County today learned that Standard & Poor's rating service has also elevated the county's rating. The county's rating with S&P was upgraded from an A to A+. To the casual observer, the slight increase in rating may not appear significant, but to government bond traders, it means that the county will be paying less interest on money it borrows, both short and long term, commented Jason M. Bennett, CPA, County Finance Director. Similar to the assessment provided by Moody's earlier this week, the upgrade reflects S&P's acknowledgement that the county's financial outlook is stable, Bennett continued. At a time when financial forecasts aren't revealing many positive signs across this country, it's a good feeling for us here in Allegany County to be recognized by the rating agencies for simply doing our best to run the county like a business, stated County Commissioner William R. Valentine. As already reported, this rating upgrade followed a formal credit presentation made to S&P last month in New York City by Allegany County Commissioner Michael McKay, Bennett, and County Administrator Dave Everly. On behalf of the commissioners and county staff, we wish to acknowledge the support the county received from the Davenport and Company, LLC, and their Townsend and Richmond offices. Their professionalism has had a very well prepared for the rating process, stated Mr. Everly. I think also at this time we've acknowledged that if it's either the Moody's or the S&P, we've acknowledged our staff here current at Allegany County. I think it's important that we also acknowledge the former county commissioners who left us in a very stable condition to help us with this bond rating. So Commissioner Stakem, Commissioner Hutchinson, and Commissioner Lewis also should be congratulated, along with our former financial director, Mr. Jerry France. So good news, attaboy. Thank you very much, Jason. And thank you very much, commissioners. Looks like things are on their way up in Allegany County. Commissioners, item number 1 is the Allegany County Animal Shelter Management Foundation. Now, this is their capital campaign update. I understand that Ms. Tina Rafferty, the foundation president, and Mrs. Courtney Thomas, the capital campaign committee member, are here. So if you would like to come up.
Read it off the paper rather than that little thing to do better.
What paper?
Good evening. I'm Tina Rafferty. I live in Frostburg and volunteer as the events and foster coordinator at the animal shelter. And I'm speaking here today as the president of the Allegany County Animal Shelter Management Foundation. With thanks to the county commissioners for the positive changes you've initiated at the animal shelter and for the chance to share some of our outcomes with you today, I'm very happy to announce that 1,157 animals were saved in 2012 through foster, adoption, owner reunions, and transfers arranged with numerous rescue community partnerships. That's a 300% improvement since 2010. It took the volunteer time and donations of over 250 individuals in our community to accomplish this outcome. Over $60,000 in private funds were donated, in addition to the thousands of volunteer hours contributed to help with events and actual shelter operations. Our foundation has come a long way over the past 12 years, and we look forward to working with the county and taking a bigger leadership role in directing programs and providing key animal services in the years ahead. As I'm sure you know, the foundation is also moving forward with our plans to design and construct a new animal adoption facility, and I'm happy to introduce a recent addition to our capital campaign team, Courtney Thomas Winterberg.
Good afternoon. For the record, I'm Courtney Thomas, and I reside in Cumberland, Maryland. While many of you know me as the Executive Director for HRDC, I'm here today speaking as a volunteer member of the Adoption Center Capital Campaign Committee. The Capital Campaign Committee is making significant progress on many fronts, and I would like to share a short list of our recent projects and milestones. We have developed and executed a professional service agreement with Stoiber & Associates to provide architectural and engineering services for the new adoption center. Geotech testing has already begun on the site. We attended and displayed at the annual PACE reception in Annapolis, where we made great progress in our major gifts outreach and in our corporate giving program. We are actively engaged in seeking local, state, and federal grants and are organizing a National Corporate Foundation Grant Committee. Our founding gifts, housed at the Community Trust Foundation, now total over $100,000, and our foundation board of directors have reached 100% pledge level for our capital campaign. In short, I'm happy to share that the community is stepping forward to provide board-level leadership, significant personal gifts, and with their unique skills and talents, the construction of the Adoption Center will mark the completion of the first phase of an ambitious 10-year dream that will ultimately provide a superior animal care campus in Allegany County.
Wonderful. I don't know. I'm speechless. That is that's some good information. Thank you very much. That is awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. Well, I don't know how we follow that. Let's try
With a brownie?
with a brownie. Anyhow, if you feed me, I'll stay, just like a cat. If you feed the cat, I'll stay also.
As long as you don't try to filibuster this meeting, so.
Okay, I'll hurry up.
Be careful, we're going to adopt you out.
Hey. First of all, you forget my birthday. Second of all, you cross my name off of everything. And now I'm up for adoption. Just going back to singing. All right, Commissioners, item number 2 is the Allegany County Animal Shelter Management Foundation. And Dick DeVore, the Director of Emergency Services, is here to discuss this item.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Evening, sir.
As you have heard from the foundation, they are off and running on an ambitious capital campaign for the construction of a new animal shelter. This is certainly one of those milestone moments that makes me very proud to be affiliated with these people. What we have in front of you now is a letter of intent, which identifies the partnership between the county and the Animal Shelter Management Foundation. And that letter of intent gives county staff and the Animal Shelter Management Foundation the authorization to begin to negotiate a detailed management and operations agreement for animal care and responder services for the county. It is based on certainly staff recommendation, and we would recommend that you authorize signature of this document so that we can proceed down this path.
Okay. Gentlemen, I'd like to entertain a motion to authorize, I'm sorry, something else?
Yeah, I'm going to get Dick's copy from him if you don't. You have one.
You want to go ahead and read it?
If you don't mind. Commissioners, this letter of intent applies to the provision of animal care and adoption services for Allegany County, Maryland by the Allegany County Animal Shelter Management Foundation, a nonprofit Maryland corporation. The operating agreement referenced in this letter will become effective from July 1st, 2013 to June 30th, 2018. The foundation shall be and agrees to accept responsibility on behalf of the county during the period of this agreement and may be referenced as such for purposes of daily operations, fundraising, financing, media relations, along with property development with the concurrence of Allegany County. The general scope of services to be provided by the foundation under the terms of this letter includes the design, finance, and construction of an animal care and adoption center on county property located on Furnace Street in Cumberland, the independent operation of that facility and acquired programs for the purposes of providing animal care and adoption services for pets deemed appropriate and subsequently surrendered to the foundation. Participation in the development of a detailed management agreement, which shall include, but not be limited to, the role of the foundation relative to the implementation of various animal care and responder services. The rights and responsibilities to be provided by the county under the terms of this letter of intent include an agreement to a long-term lease to the foundation of property located on Furnace Street, engineering resources as may be available from the county to support the construction of 11,000 square foot animal adoption and care center, and participation in the development of a detailed management agreement with provisions for annual review by the parties. It is understood that the county will provide financial support commensurate with the current outlays related to daily operations to be performed by the foundation, as will be enumerated in the management agreement. Each of the parties agree to use all reasonable efforts to complete and execute the detailed operating agreement and all such further documents as reasonably may be required to carry out and fulfill the purposes of this letter of intent, including acceptable language relative to indemnification of the county and its personnel. The undersigned hereby recognize that the foregoing is a letter of intent and that no parties are legally bound until such time as the parties enter into a formal operating and a management agreement.
Okay. Commissioners, I'd like to entertain a motion to authorize the President of the Board of County Commissioners to execute this letter of intent regarding the animal care and adoption services with Allegany County Animal Shelter Management Foundation.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Valentine, seconded by Commissioner Brody. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Congratulations.
Commissioner, if I could get your signature, yours alone at the bottom, please.
Don't scratch it
I was
back
going to say,
out.
is he going to scratch it out then?
I'm sorry, at the top.
I had it right.
You had it right the first time.
All right, you want me to do this?
There you go. Miss Tina, I want you to come forward here, please.
And we'll need a thumbprint out of chocolate icing.
All right. Thank you, Dick. Item number 3, gentlemen, is the 53rd Annual Alhambra Catholic Invitational Tournament. I understand that Coach Carter is here. Come on up, sir. What's going on in a couple weeks?
It's not a couple. It's next Thursday at this time. We
All
will
right.
be games will be underway. So we have a short time to get ready. We're excited for the first time. We have a team coming from Indiana. I invited the coach, and he said, "Well, it's only a 9.5-hour drive. That's not bad." And I said, "Well, that's one way. You have to get home too." So, but they were excited to come. Again, this year we have teams from Washington and Baltimore and Virginia. A lot of fans coming in. So if we can get the weather that we had last year, I think the economic impact for Allegany County should be great. It was beautiful last year. I think we got the snow out of the way yesterday. So we're hoping to have big crowds and for them to get out and see what we have to offer here in Allegany County, that's for sure. From a basketball standpoint, we currently will have 6 players who are going to play at Division I colleges, and we're talking Maryland, North Carolina State, Missouri, Oklahoma State, places like that. One at North Carolina, like I said, North Carolina State. So we're excited. I'm excited to watch when I turn on TV to watch a basketball game that you can point out the guys that played here the last couple of years. And, you know, I think that says a lot for the tournament in the fact that it is the 53rd annual. It's hard to believe we've been doing this long, but we have been. And, you know, the cause of for the tournament is what I think is the best, that we, along with the Holy Plunge that was just last weekend, basically raise all kind of money for the developmentally disabled. You know, I know that with the money from the Holy, they sponsor Special Olympics, and we're all the same group. I don't think sometimes people realize that, but we are, you know, it's Wamba Caravan number 89, and we all work together for 2 weeks in a row to raise this kind of money. So, you know, I want to thank the Allegany County Commissioners for what you do. We couldn't do it without the donation that we get from you. It becomes more difficult every year, obviously. You know that when it comes to raising money and trying to make money. But we work extremely hard to make it one of the best basketball tournaments in the country. And it's great for us when we open USA Today next week, or a bunch of other newspapers that, you know, it's the Alhambra Catholic Invitational Tournament, Cumberland, Maryland, Allegany County. And you read that all over the country. So I think it says a lot. And again, I want to thank you for your support and what you do for us.
Well, Coach, you know, what you all do for the community is awesome. So I challenge everyone to take their kids out to the tournament and come see some basketball. I got the opportunity to take 2 of my boys out last year, and they just immensely had a good old time. And I just thank you for that.
Well, thank you. And like I say, if we can continue to bring the quality players in that we bring in, I think we'll always be able to get people up there to watch them.
Yeah, it's interesting. My 6-year-old Matthew had said, he turned over and he said, "These guys are good."
Yeah, they are. It's not your average high school basketball game. I can promise you that.
No, it's not. Or he watching his dad and his brother out there playing one-on-one. It's not the same.
It's not the same at all, is it?
It's not the same. Almost to that level. All right, Commissioners, like to entertain a motion to authorize the County Finance Department office to remit $3,000 budgeted from the Community Promotions account to support the ACIT. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Brody, seconded by Commissioner Valentine. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. See you at the game, Coach.
Thank you. I hate to run, but I am less than a week away, and
No, No,
The
please.
candle's been burning late at night, so I can promise you
Understood.
that. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Mr.
very
Carter.
much, sir. Appreciate it. Got all kinds of good things going on. Gentlemen, item number 4 is the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats, our SWOT study. And I understand that Mr. DeVore is here, Director of Emergency Services.
Thank you once again, Commissioners.
Yes, sir.
I can say that this is truly a good day in Allegany County when we can go from honoring first responders to moving on to taking care of homeless pets and animals in the county. And then this is certainly going to be a milestone in our EMS program by the adoption of these recommendations. As you are aware, we had invited Dr. Alcorta from the State Institute of Emergency Medical Services System to the county to do a follow-up review of the EMS system. Dr. Alcorta came in, and with the assistance of many of those EMS departments, he reviewed the system and formulated recommendations on how we can proceed now on further improvements to our system to ensure that we're providing a quality service to the residents of Allegany County. And as the commissioners have already been briefed, there are some roughly 13 recommendations that Dr. Alcorta has made with a number of different items. And what we're asking for the commissioners is to, with your approval, authorize the Department of Emergency Services and the Emergency Services Board to proceed with the the implementation of these recommendations.
Okay. Commissioners, I'd like to entertain a motion to authorize the county commissioners to accept the SWOT study as prepared by the Maryland Institute of Emergency Medical Services. Is there
So move.
a second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Valentine, seconded by Commissioner Brody. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. DeVore, the common thread through all these great things we've done here today is Mr. DeVore. Congratulations.
Yeah, how about that? Very true. From one big man to another, we always like to be considered as threads. Not like massive yarns, but threads. All righty.
Maybe he'll adopt you.
Yeah, you have to be full figured to get that. So anyhow. Item number 4, gentlemen, is Resolution 13-5, Taxable Private Placement Bond Award, Debt Refinancing. Attaboy, Jason Bennett, Director of Finance is here, sir.
More good news, too.
More good
Keep
news.
it going. Dick can come up if he wants, but I don't think he wants. What you have in front of you tonight is a resolution that would award our private placement. This is the first step of our refinancing. Originally, this was only the 2007 PPG FEMA debt. Through talking with bond counsel, we've made a decision to roll the 2001 refunding, which was in part for Rocky Gap, into this debt, so it's going to become taxable. The reason we've done that is we have, as you well know, the pilot agreement in place with the new operators. Since we have that agreement is now with the private entity, which is a good thing. Bond counsel felt we should move this issue into the taxable realm. So we've done that. We put this out to bid. Actually, Davenport and Company, who we mentioned earlier, put this out to bid for us to banks. We received 7 offers, which is really a high number. It was $4.6 million. Happy to report, Bank of America won at 1.48%.
Wow.
Pretty shocking number,
Wow.
even to them. So certainly a good thing. We're looking, obviously, for approval on this tonight. Kind of think it's a no-brainer. We're going to save $262,000. So this is step 1. It's a good step. The bigger step comes Monday, actually, when we go to the market for the other tax exempt. Think with our improved bond ratings, we should save at least $820,000. So So
Very
combined,
good.
we're over $1 million, we think. We'll have to wait till the numbers come in, but nonetheless, it's good news.
Excellent, excellent. Commissioners, I'd like to move that we accept Resolution 13-5, Taxable Private Placement Bond Award Debt Refinancing. Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner McKay, seconded by Commissioner Brody. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Excellent.
Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Eberly, what might be on our consent agenda today?
Commissioners, we have 3 items on your consent agenda this week. They relate to a travel request, a board appointment, and an acquisition of pickup trucks for our utilities division.
Commissioners, is there a motion to accept our consent agenda?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been moved by Commissioner Valentine, seconded by Commissioner Brody. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Eberly, what's on your desk?
Commissioners, if you please. Saturday's a big day for 2 projects that are important to Allegheny County. The Animal Shelter Management Foundation request for bond support from the state of Maryland, along with Friends Aware bond request from the state. I have for you, for your consideration before those hearings, a copy of a support letter to both the House Appropriations Committee and the Senate Budget and Tax Committee.
While we're signing those, Mr. Eberly, will you talk about the transparency policy that we have?
Sure.
Concerns?
Commissioners, as we discussed a year ago, situations where either the state, General Assembly, members of the delegation seek from you a piece of correspondence that requires all 3 of your signatures. We attempt to the greatest extent possible to do that here in a public meeting format. And that being said, if you don't mind, I'd like to take just a few moments and discuss with you a request that we received from the delegation just yesterday. It's in regards to a bill that was drafted and introduced by Senator Edwards, and it relates to Senate Bill 854, titled Environment, Gas and Oil Drilling Financial Assurance. And if you're okay with me reading this into the record, Commissioners, I'll do so.
Yes, please.
We would like to take this opportunity to express our support on behalf of Senate Bill 854, titled Environment, Gas and Oil Drilling Financial Assurance. This legislation would require, among other things, applicants who desire to obtain gas and oil drilling permits from the state of Maryland to provide certain minimums and terms with regards to comprehensive general liability insurance and environmental pollution liability insurance. SB 854 also includes language to require applicants to provide a site closure cost estimate for the sealing and plugging of gas or oil wells and the reclamation of each site, and specifies a minimum surety requirement for this activity. Madam Chair and members of the committee, we believe that SB 854 will put into place the necessary financial assurances required to safeguard not only the property owner and adjacent property owners, but the interest of the public at large. It is our sincere hope that your committee will vote favorably on this legislation and allow the state and county to benefit from the safe extraction of oil and natural gas here in our region. Thank you for considering our position on this important legislation.
Commissioners, are we in consensus?
This is a very important bill. Senator Edwards worked on this after lengthy discussion in the Governor's Marcellus Shale Study Commission. This will address issues other than just Marcellus gas. It'd be any type of gas extraction, any type of oil extraction. It's basically a consumer protection deal. Once a well is no longer in use, this bill will ensure that it will be capped off properly. The driller will pay for that. It will protect the property owners. This is a bill that I think absolutely has to go through.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Chair recognizes we are in consensus. I'm going to be calling on you in just a second, sir.
Seen him.
Oh, we ran out of time. I'm so, you
I was going
know,
to wish you happy birthday belatedly, too.
yeah, that's.
Everybody else forgot it.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Well, thank you very much for attending there,
Oh, you're
Mr. Rudd.
welcome. You're welcome.
In the earlier portion of our Encore of the Hero, I got to sit in front of your name plate and just acknowledge that I always wanted to be a Rudd.
No. Great.
Always wanted to be dead on 75% of the time. The other 25%, not so. But no, I'm just kidding. Full faith in you. Thank you very much for your friendship and more especially your ability to take some humor.
Comes with the territory.
Yeah, that's because you know where the bodies are. Okay. Commissioners.
I will speak first tonight.
Yes, please, sir.
As always, the calendar's on the web, and I'm not going to do the calendar tonight because I was prepared to talk a little bit about House Bill 1274, and Bill will have an announcement on it. But I just needed to clarify some things because I had to go back through 2.5 years and look up some campaign slogans and actually what I run for, because in the last 2 weeks, as yous have been and I have been, we've all been bombarded with emails to do nothing. And the House Bill 1274 was actually a moratorium on drilling, and I thought, they're coming to me. These people surely don't think that I would support such a bill. So let me just put this out here in the public. I run on the exploration of gas, coal, and wood. I started answering some of the emails back until I was actually assaulted with name calling. And so I'll do no more of that. So just so everyone knows, from the future going forward, if it benefits Allegany County, I will be behind it. And I have not changed midway in the stream on nothing. So just so everyone's sure on that and clear on that. And then after Bill gets done, I do have one little thing at the very end.
Okay.
On the lighter side. But.
Commissioner Valentine.
Well, the bill that Creed's referring to, 1274, was a bill put in by Delegate Mazur that would put a moratorium on drilling for Marcellus gas. She withdrew the bill today. I think she decided it was best to save some political capital because the companion bill in the Senate died in committee. It was a rather amazing hearing. I was down to testify on that bill, and the committee chair started that hearing out by telling the senator that was offering the bill that it was dead on arrival. She didn't want to listen to it. She thought it was wasting her time because the governor had already formed a study commission, and she didn't like the idea of somebody entering a bill that would basically override what the governor had already done. So it was good to hear today that that bill had been closed. I had been scheduled to go to Annapolis tomorrow to testify on that bill. Mike and I were going to ride together, which we've put a lot of miles up and down the road together. Of course, riding with Mike means from Sidling Hill to Annapolis, you're listening to Commissioner McKay sing "You Are My Sunshine" or whatever song comes to mind. But he's been a little bit down the dumps because he thinks everybody forgot his birthday, just like a little kid. And he's been pouting. So we took care of that.
Oh, I hope it's a pony.
Birthday cake.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
First, I need to read the lettering that's on this cake. They do wonders with icing and writing this. It says to Commissioner Michael McKay, happy 60th birthday. We realize that George Washington is the father of our country. However, Commissioner McKay wants to be the father of Allegany County, bringing new children into our county once a year.
That's pretty good. It's not a pony.
This is powered by Marcellus gas. Happy birthday, Mike.
All right, well, thank you there. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday to you.
Mr. President.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear Commissioner McKay. Happy birthday to you.
You're no Marilyn Monroe, but I appreciate it, sir. Thank you very much. Wow. I'm not sharing.
Just one little remark here at the end. I do have to apologize to Mr. Rudd because we made fun of him. I personally did at his birthday. And just so everyone knows, Bill is not quite 100 years old because you are half his age. So if they know how old Mike is, they'll know how old Bill is.
That's all right.
I think
You were
the
too
math's
good for
pretty
fractions.
Oh, all right. Miss Linda, who do we have to sign up? All right, okay. Well, that was before we did what we did. No, just... Okay, just remind people some upcoming meetings. Our next public business meeting will be Thursday, March the 14th, 2013 at 5 o'clock in room 100. Now I'd like to make an announcement about the Jennings Run Sanitary District Sewer Project public meeting. That is going to be Tuesday, March the 12th, 2013 at 7 o'clock at the Allegany County Office Building, room 100 as well. Also like to announce that the Old Town Road Area Sewer Project public meeting will be Tuesday, March the 19th, 2013 at 7 o'clock here in Allegany County Office Complex. I do believe that the MPT, Maryland Public Broadcasting event of Our Town Cumberland has been reshuffled and rescheduled. That will be tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Am I correct? I think so. And that's going to be out at the Western Maryland Health System. So if you'd like to come out and join in the celebration of Our Town Cumberland and the celebration of Frostburg's bicentennial by seeing this, it would be definitely welcomed. Thank you, Commissioners. You'd be surprised what they can get writing on there, but
And it's readable too.
so I'll prepare a new selection of songs for the next time we ride down next week.
Thank
And,
God.
so, as we like to always end our meetings, we thank you for participating in your government, and I hope you have a nice evening.
That actually was a full-size cake. That's all that's left.
Darn food police shrank it.